D, can you explain the Combatives program for SCG International?
Glad to. SCG's core Combatives program is a Combatives program that is really designed for the everyman. Anyone who is coming with a little bit of Combatives training, somebody who's coming to us that has very little athletic background at all. And what we're looking to do is be able to develop a program, where we've developed a program that a person with very little training can adapt to, and in about 45 minutes be able to walk away with 2, maybe 3 techniques that they can put into play immediately. And our program is based on a layered learning approach. It is educate, train, challenge. Very familiar for most military and law enforcement folks. But it is really as simple as address the immediate threat and counter. That's at the core. It is a principle-based program of techniques that will really address anything from empty hand versus gun, empty hand versus edge weapon, to simple personal protection tips that people can adapt to in a quick manner.
Now, the Combatives program has a lot of carryover into weaponry too.
Absolutely.
Can you address some of that?
Sure. What you're going to see in our Combatives program is something that will carry right over into our tactical pistol or tactical carbine, any of our shooting platforms. And what we're looking to do is blend everything into one system of simply fighting. We're looking to teach fighting, and it doesn't really matter if it's gun fighting, if it's fighting with an edge weapon, or if it's fighting with an impact weapon. It's still fighting. So trying to develop conditioned responses that people can adapt to quickly, that will cross over, and principles that will cross over into tactical pistol or tactical carbine, is really our goal. And that's why now we have Combatives program as part of our Combatives program is part of all of our shooting programs. TAC pistol, shotgun, carbine, even our TAC HUMIT course has a Combatives program involved in it.
Now, some of those core principles you've already addressed a little bit. Can you kind of go into depth on those core principles?
Sure. Address the immediate threat and counter viciously. Other core principles that you'll find in CQB: speed, violence of action, and surprise. Same thing is going to be applying to our Combatives program: speed, violence of action, and surprise. Bring those things in that people are already familiar with, and they'll adapt to them much simpler or much easier. When in doubt, turn into the threat.
Can you give us a demonstration of a couple of those?
Sure,
techniques?
glad to. What can I show you?
Let's see. How about we start with the little edge weapon, since we already been going
Sure.
over that a little bit.
Use my buddy here and give him a little bit of love. One of the simple things about addressing the immediate threat that we're going to look at with edge weapons is the immediate threat, obviously, is the edge weapon itself. The edge weapon, though, is only one part of this threat. He is the threat. He's the threat. This is the apex of the threat. So something as simple as I have someone with an edge weapon coming at me. As he's coming at me, here I'm going to come in and address the immediate threat, come out, work to contain that threat, separate the edge weapon or the apex of this threat from him, get close, work him until that edge weapon hits the deck. He hits the deck. Thanks, man. Or I'm able to beat feet on out of there. But again, something as simple as address the immediate threat, counter viciously, counter with speed.
Can you go over a little bit of the maybe the close quarters aspect of Combatives, more in-your-face type stuff?
Sure. Drop that blade for a second. Some of the other issues that we often encounter is just being braced. Someone here bracing us, and from this distance, building in an immediate defense and an appreciation for action versus reaction and speed of recognition. Just simply keeping your hands up and creating a barrier between your head and whoever's trying to give me some, or whoever happens to be my problem. Controlling this distance. Controlling this distance gives me options. As I control this space and I control this distance, it's okay, back off, stop, 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 gives me more options. Options where I can deploy my own weapon, or options where I can back up to the point where I can leave. Another core principle of our Combatives program and our fighting systems is immediate attention to buddies, weapons, and options. Always keeping my head on a swivel and looking for his buddies, his weapons, options that he brings to the battle space. I'm thinking the same thing. I'm thinking about my buddies, where are my people? I'm thinking about where are my weapons, what weapons do I have available? If I don't have anything on me, what can I use for a weapon? What is immediately available as an improvised weapon? And what are my options? In this room I've got 3 doors. So I'm always thinking buddies, weapons, and options. Something from here where I'm being braced, and if I have to take this person, something as simple as it's okay, it's okay, it's okay, and taking another angle and controlling this person. It's okay, here, and then popping around him, keeping my head up, on a swivel as I come around, and I can control him and start looking for my best options, my best escape route. Thanks, man.
Oh, that was a great recap of the Combatives program.
Thanks, Brian.
Definitely one of the best programs I have ever had the pleasure of attending. So thank you again, Dee, and it's been a pleasure.
Thank you.